Well, we have ourselves tonight something interesting in that I watched some of, at the very end after work, I was able to watch the, what's it called, MLG Columbus, I believe it was, and one of the players that's in the open bracket, LiquidJinro, the Swedish Terran, the Gorilla Terran, who had major success for a foreigner, reaching the semifinals of Code S a couple of, I think twice, two seasons in a row in Code S. And he currently made his way through the open bracket, beat TLO, and will be playing Idra tomorrow to, I believe the winner will make it to one of the group into the pool play, I think. Don't quote me on that one. But anyway, so I, consequently, or coincidentally, LiquidJinro actually has himself the, wrong button, has himself the, replay pack from the Team Liquid Race replay. It just came out, so we have ourselves a game on the Korean server between LiquidJinro, the Blue Terran, spawning on Teldream Altar in the lower left-hand corner, against the young Protoss prodigy CreatorPrime. Creator forming that, what do you call it? That part of that team, the Prime team, with Marine King and I'm trying to remember Byong, or Bebong. I think he changed his name too. I don't know. I called him Byong. I liked Byong. I thought that was cool. Zerg to form one heck of a triumvirate of young players who seemingly weren't able to get through their brackets. Well, they struggled at times in Code S. Marine King, of course, having the best success, did really well, making it to the finals against SC2. Has been part of that Kong line for a while, getting second in a lot of places. And looks like Jinro is going to go Command Center first on 14, actually, not 15, 14 Command Center. And CreatorPrime is going to go for a Nexus first. Now, both of these players, but look at the message log, speaking in Korean. And CreatorPrime started off by saying hi. So I'm guessing that these guys know each other. But beyond knowing each other, they have a good rapport with one another, as they are basically mirroring builds. CreatorPrime having the extra worker, while Jinro having one less. Both of them going Nexus first, both of them then throwing down their first building, or production building, I guess. Jinro's going to follow it up with a second Rax, 2 Raxes right now, and those lead to the front of his base. It's be interesting to see if he tries to put on any pressure with those 2 Raxes early on, some early Marine pressure, especially when he sees that CreatorPrime also went Gateway first. And Creator's going to also throw down another Gateway. Very interesting. Almost mirror builds of one another. There's the gas for Creator. No gas yet for LiquidJinro. He also is supply blocked, waiting, interestingly enough, for that command center to finish instead of going for the supply depot. He wasn't really supply blocked for that long. Both scouts are going to cross paths, it seems, right here. Neither has found the other, and neither will for a while. It looks like CreatorPrime's probe is headed... Ooh, he may actually go the right way. LiquidJinro is going to scout Prime or Creator last, and Prime going crisscross here, up and then down to the bottom left, is going to find Jinro first. Although now Jinro knows where CreatorPrime is, but he has no scouting information. Zealot out to the top of the ramp. Here comes that probe. Bunker finishes just in time. Creator sees it and is able to run away before his probe gets destroyed. Very key right there, especially now that he knows where he is. Jinro does not know. Probably barely caught sight of that probe. Interesting to see whether or not, of course, no scouting information gleaned from that. No idea what, how quickly that command center went down. If it even went down, that bunker could be placed there to fake a 1-1-1. Is Jinro adding on 2 more racks, and he added on the gases at exactly the same time. Gateway on the way. Only 2 gates out right now for CreatorPrime as he keeps chronoing out probes. And he also has his 2 gases up. The Stalker going out to do some scouting. Going to take that watchtower. This is going to be a very important watchtower right here, especially, in my opinion, for the Protoss. It'll give a lot of coverage to the front as the bio is much more maneuverable than what Protosses go for with Colossus or High Templar, so they'll at least be able to see if he keeps a Probe or Stalker or even Zealot there. And it looks like Prime's actually going to go for a very fast third as well off of only 2 gates. He's getting a third and a Robo. Very interesting. Jinro, 2 Tech Labs on his barracks, Stim and Combat Shield going down. Here comes an Engineering Bay. And still only 1 bunker at the front, no gas. Keeps pumping out SCBs, of course, so it'll be interesting. Looks like we have ourselves mass Marine play from Jinro against Protoss CreatorPrime. And out comes an Observer. He's going to have a second Observer for Prime, as he also double forge is being put down as well, looking for those early upgrades on his units. I wouldn't be surprised if we see either a Warp Prism come out instead of going for Colossus Tech, especially with the double upgrades. You normally go for that Twilight Council straight into 2-2 so that you can get that upgrade advantage as quickly as possible against the Terran. That upgrade advantage very important as we see the first 2 Marauders out on the field, and more Marauders will be joining them. That Observer on its way into Jinro's base to see just exactly what's going on. This is how in the dark both teams are, both players are. CreatorPrime can only see. He did see the command center go down as well as the what do you call it, bunker. Whereas all Jinro knows is that Nexus is down and there's 2 gateways and a cybernetics core. He doesn't even know what gases were taken when. So very interesting. Both players are playing a bit blind right now, although now CreatorPrime getting some very valuable information. A reactor and a tech lab going down. There's the reactor on the factory as the starport starts. That'll get switched off right away most likely. And a small little engagement. There's the scan to get rid of the first observer. There is still 1 observer. Oh no! Jinro placed a missile turret down, and that took out the second observer. So both observers that were used by CreatorPrime are dead already. Out comes an Immortal. He's got a good amount of units here as Jinro looks to poke the front. No Combat Shield and Stim are done. I don't think that there is no concussive shells yet. Is it being researched? Yes, it is. CreatorPrime is going to easily chase this army away. LiquidJinro does not want to get caught by any force fields. Only 2 out on the field right now, sentries, but they have 2, almost 3 force fields apiece, as that +1/+1 is almost done for CreatorPrime. +1 attack for his infantry is done for LiquidJinro as he starts to take out the destructible rocks and prepare to take a third. Interesting that CreatorPrime hasn't even set up a pylon over here in the upper right-hand corner, as though maybe he would be looking to take a third early. He did get rid of those rocks. He won't have to worry about that. There's the Observer, and the Observer's even heading toward the third of Jinro to see whether or not he will be expanding early on. And very wary is CreatorPrime of drops as the first 2 medevacs are out on the field for Jinro. And no second engineering bay just yet. There it is, the second engineering bay and the armory going down at exactly the same time as +1 armor is being researched. Zealot going around to search for any sort of hidden expansions, as Jinro moving out to the center control watchtower, where a Marine is hidden behind the brush. That is a camouflaged Marine. He has been out in the wild for far too long, and those medevacs are out. And Jinro picking up the picking up the Marine that was going to get killed by the photon cannon. There, impressive micro by Jinro. He's going to annoy the ever-living crap out of CreatorPrime. CreatorPrime, I don't see the Twilight Council. There it is. No blink has finished finally, just in time. Not going to blink after the units, but denying that gas as well as killing a pylon and a photon cannon and a couple of stalkers as well. First Colossus is out on the field. Very interesting. +2/+2 on its way. +1, the +1 armor almost done for Jinro, so there's going to be a short amount of time as both players are taking their third. Jinro's goes down a little bit earlier, but those upgrades, those very important upgrades, Jinro is going to be on even level with CreatorPrime for a short amount of time, and then CreatorPrime's going to take a big lead. He'll have 2-2 against 1-1 for a while, and then he probably will have 3-3 if he continues chrono boosting his upgrades. 3-3 against 1-1 early on as well. Interesting that charge now on its way. I was going to say, I'm very interested that he went charge first, as it looks like Jinro's Marine did spot the extra Nexus, and he does get a probe kill as well. And here's a Doom drop by LiquidJinro. He's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Marauders and 6 Marines. 5 Marauders, 6 Marines are going to do a lot of damage. CreatorPrime is prepared for it. LiquidJinro does have a small army out. Looks like he's going to try and do a two-pronged attack here, sending his smaller front units, Vanguard, out to attack the third. But again, CreatorPrime is on top of it, moving his army out of the way. The stim by Jinro. Ooh, he's going to run away now. Here comes the drop into the main. CreatorPrime is ready for it, blinking underneath, trying to take out a medevac. He does take out a medevac. That had a couple units in it, and he takes out the other one, focus firing it down. Jinro's going to do a good amount of damage here, almost trade evenly, and he will have the knowledge that at least the charge is done and that he'll have to be careful of that. But Jinro's main army dies without doing much, and +3/+3 starts for the Korean Protoss. So both on a third, it looks like army going out there to look like he was trying to chase off, or at least look for the army if Jinro had placed any army outside of the third of CreatorPrime. That Zealot checking for a fourth, doesn't find anything, leaving that Marine there, and both players very much looking like they're going to go for a bit more of a passive build here. And there's the +1 ship weapons, as well as a Mobius Reactor and a nuke. Very interesting by Jinro. This is after the patch, so dual starports with reactors, another command center going down, more barracks have been thrown down. Let's see how many gateways, and 2 more gateways being thrown down, so it looks like 10 gates for CreatorPrime. He's got all of his gases right now. Jinro only just getting up his 5th and 6th gas, and it looks like this is not looking good for Jinro, because 3-3, should it finish, will finish about, actually it'll finish about the same time 2-2 finishes for Jinro. So Jinro will not be even on upgrades at all. He will for a while be 1 down, and the Templar Archives goes down, went down a while ago, as more gates are being turned into warp gates. Those 2 warp gateways will be turning into warp gates. There they are very shortly, and Archons have joined the battle, and it looks like LiquidJinro's in a bit of trouble here. Out come the Ghosts. Again, that nuke, very interesting. The nuke is almost done. It would be interesting to see how Jinro uses it. He may have to use it defensively. I do really like this play by CreatorPrime, using these observers in a great way to almost as extra Xel'Naga watchtowers. Scan, the Vikings do get rid of one of the observers. I think that the other one is alive. No, maybe not. Lots of proxy pylons going down for warp-ins, just to reinforce or to go after counterattack. And that forward supply depot does not look like it's going to be very happy. It is a sad, burning down supply depot. And Jinro's stimming a couple of units to try and bait CreatorPrime into a bad choke for his Zealots. This is mostly a Zealot army, a charge lot army, and this little choke here, very good play by Jinro, but the range advantage does go to CreatorPrime, and here comes the engagement. It looks like Prime dancing back and forth. Neither player willing to commit. Majority of the forces for Jinro are back a little bit. Very interesting, the entire ball here for CreatorPrime, and like I said, just reinforcing from those pylons now. More supply depots going down. LiquidJinro not supply blocked. Both Nexus and Command Centers, the 4ths, are done for both players. This is going to be an interesting engagement here. EMPs go down. Jinro does not engage. Those Vikings dancing back and forth, trying to hit the Colossus before the Colossus can do any damage to the bio of LiquidJinro. Jinro was supply blocked for a short period of time there. Lots more reactors going down on the barracks between the 2nd and the 3rd, but they could be in trouble here. Here comes the engagement. LiquidJinro splitting. That's a bad positioning. EMPs all over the army. These stalkers blink out, letting the charge lots get into the fray much more easier. It looks like, I think LiquidJinro is going to be in some trouble here. Down go both Colossus, though, and now CreatorPrime is in full retreat. He did have 3-3 and 2-2 done for LiquidJinro, but that positioning was great. No micro, though, coming in here as more charge lots charging in, able to take a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage. The SCVs are dead. They have been pulled. It's going to be whether or not LiquidJinro can hold on here with the reinforcements. I think CreatorPrime is going to take this. All the medevacs are still alive. A lot of energy left on them. That Immortal, though, has 12 kills, doing a lot of damage to the Marauders out on the field. And it's going to be, yep, that looks like this could be GG right here. LiquidJinro looks like he's going to lose this 3rd base. from CreatorPrime's push. No Colossus out on the field. Only just starting to train them again, and there's the GG from LiquidJinro. Great positioning right there, but those upgrades were just enough for CreatorPrime to hammer his way through that third of LiquidJinro. Not only that, like I said, all those pylons with the reinforcements were able to do their job, and the Immortal range buff that came down a couple months ago has been huge. All of a sudden you see an Immortal or two in a Protoss army as Terran, and your Marauders will just melt. Literally, Immortals with this many kills are not uncommon. I in fact just absolutely hate Marauders, or excuse me, Immortals as a Protoss player, or as a Terran player. As a Protoss player, I actually enjoy Marauders, but those that dual forge upgrades, very, very important for CreatorPrime. That failed double drop by LiquidJinro. Well played by CreatorPrime, having his army here and having enough forces with the Stalkers and a couple Zealots in the back there to take out that double drop. Really well played by CreatorPrime. LiquidJinro did very good trying to force that engagement. Prime did an excellent job destroying the buildings that were in the way to open up a slightly larger engagement area for his Zealots, because again, most of his army were charge lots that were in the initial army. So the very important right there, the fourth not being used by Jinro. The fourth did go down and was being mined at by CreatorPrime. Impressive play by CreatorPrime.